How's it going, Monsignor?
Very hectic and very busy.
Yeah, it's a busy day today.
Today is our day of adoration and reconciliation. We have a large crowd out there. Father Arian and Father Greg are here in confessions. I'll be going over to relieve them, and we have other priests that are coming in. We will be hearing confessions all day. Mm-hmm. The Blessed Sacrament will be exposed on the altar in exposition until about 8 o'clock, but we will continue to hear confessions till 9.
And Stations of the Cross will be in there, and there'll be Divine Mercy Chaplet at 3, and there'll be the Rosary at noon, correct?
Yes, yes. So there'll be prayer throughout, as well as plenty of time for private prayer. So please, if you're in the area, stop by to go to confession, or just stop by. The Lord is calling you to spend some time with Him this Friday.
Mm-hmm. And you're dressed for it. You got your...
I have my cassock on. I wear it periodically, and because I'll be in church all day, I thought this would be a good day to do it.
Mm-hmm. And what is the cassock all about? I don't think a lot of young people see them often.
Well, the cassock is really the vesture that priests wore for centuries, and it's important that it comes out of a time when wearing a tunic, a long robe, was kind of what men wore. Mm-hmm. And so it has evolved. Mm-hmm. My cassock has a little fuchsia in it because I have the title of Msgr. And yes, bless you, my child. But you know, priests have worn cassocks for quite some time. And it really is just... today it's more of a religious garb. Mm-hmm. You know, yeah. It's not a habit. Those are different robes that come with different meaning.
You wear them habitually.
And
these are just once in a while.
And once in a while. Mm-hmm. Although we do have some priests who are always in their cassocks.
Well, that's true. Yes. So, besides that, we have, well, it's going to be Laetare Sunday this Sunday, which means we're halfway through Lent, which is a wonderful thing, and then the guys will be wearing pink again.
No, it's rose.
Yeah.
I do not know why people can't get it through their heads.
Because once you look at it, it's pink.
No, it is not pink. I've had pink vestments in other parishes, and they were pink.
Like carnation pink? Ours are dusty rose.
Ours is more rose.
All right.
And there is both a natural reason for it and a liturgical reason for it.
Well, let's hear it.
Well, if you are up early enough, before the sun rises, you'll see a rose-colored kind of glow just above the horizon. So you do not see the sun, but you see the coming of the sun. And that was the color that early church people tried to achieve. That rose, that we wear it on Gaudete Sunday in Advent because it's kind of letting us know the Son will come, the Son of God is coming. We wear it now to remind us that the resurrection, the coming of Jesus from the tomb, His passion, death, and resurrection is coming forth. Liturgically hasn't happened yet, but it reminds us that it's happening. And that should fill us with expectant joy. Not that we're halfway through, but more, expectant joy that we will be close to the celebration of Jesus' passion, death, and resurrection.
And actually, Lent has been going super quick around here. I don't know about you all, but for us it's been going fast. But also, the midway point is a great opportunity to take a moment to reflect and say, how has my Lent been going so far? What can I do for the rest of my Lent to make it really fruitful so that when we get to that Paschal mystery, holy moly, need more coffee, that we will be able to have really focused on our Lent and really made it useful.
Also, I think it's important to realize that Laetare Sunday is also a time for one of the scrutinies as well.
Yes, our second scrutiny.
Our second scrutiny will be at the 10 o'clock Mass. And this Gospel, because remember at the scrutinies, we will not be hearing the Cycle C readings, we will be hearing Cycle A, and it's the man born blind.
Yes.
So, again, going back to why we wear rose, it helps to have sight, to see that the Lord is about to come. And so we remember that great miracle that a man who was born blind, okay, his sight was restored to him. We who might be blind to our sinfulness, to those areas in our lives that we've closed off or refused to look at because of shame or because of fear, Jesus gives us the sight that we can look at them and be able to hand them over to him and be set free.
Absolutely. And Lent is a wonderful time for that because you're already in that disciplined mood. You're already like paying attention. So now it's easier to take a step back and look at, what needs looking at.
Yes, yes.
So this Sunday is also the St. Joseph's feast.
Yes, the St. Joseph's table. I mean, it's a good thing, but it's also sad because some of our parishioners kind of got closed out because we all our reservations were taken.
Hey, we advertised it for a long time.
Such compassion. So
read the bulletin.
But anyway, it will be held this Sunday. And of course, you know why we're holding it at the end of March, because the Sunday closest to the Feast of St. Joseph was March 17th.
St. Patrick's Day.
And I was not about to try and do an Italian feast on St. Patrick's Day.
No.
I will try a lot of things, but not that.
No. And I'm one of the parishioners who got closed out because I didn't act fast enough. So if you think I'm not compassionate, I'm really just making fun of me.
Yes. Also, I also want to give a shout out to Bella at Solabella. She invited Linda Altini and I to her St. Joseph's feast last week, and it was filled with the cuisine of Sicily, because St. Joseph's table is a Sicilian custom, and so it was a wonderful feast. I remember asking the waitress, Felicia, who is a parishioner of ours, I called her over, I said, is there any more food coming? Because there was so much, and it was all delicious, and it was such a wonderful time.
Yeah, I actually posted an article about the origin of the feast
I saw that.
on our Facebook page. So if you want to go back to St. Joseph's Day, if you haven't seen it, it's pretty cool. And it's Sicilian, so you can't go wrong.
Even though I'm Calabrese.
Nobody's perfect. So next week we have the Young Adult Bible Study.
Yes, there is a Young Adult Bible study group. It is made up of young adults from various parishes. They meet here the first Thursday of the month. They kind of move it around. They also sponsor holy hours on a monthly basis. This Thursday coming, we'll have a meeting here. It'll be an organizational meeting to kind of restructure the holy hours and the Bible study and start getting the word out. But they're a wonderful group of young adults, married and single, who come together to break open the Word and to also pray for each other, for themselves, for each other in the world. And so if you're between the ages of 21 and I think 35.
I think it's like 18 and 38 or something.
Okay.
Or 39. Something like that.
Oh, you mean I can join it again?
No.
Oh, okay.
Neither can I.
But anyway, please stop by. We'll be meeting here at 6:30 and have our meeting probably around 7. But it's a get-together, and it's a wonderful group. So for those looking to break open the Word of God, why don't you stop by?
Oh, and speaking of being old, did you see the new Godzilla trailer?
No.
Oh, Monsignor, all the monsters. It's like all of them are there. I just saw another
Now that's
one today.
this May.
It is May 31st. There's one that comes out of the ground. I think it might be Kamunga. I'm not sure. I got. Well, anyway, they're not saying who all the monsters are yet, so I can't wait to see who.
This is like
it's like
a
Christmas.
monster reunion.
I know. I love them. All right, so Adoration is the first Friday, and that's going to be April 5th from after the 9 o'clock Mass till 1, correct?
Yes, and that'll take place in the chapel.
Yeah. And then one more thing, we are beginning a recovery Bible study, which is a Bible study based on the 12-step programs. So the Bible actually is it's a special Bible that associates particular scripture passages with the steps in the program. So it's for anybody who is suffering from their own addiction or somebody else's addiction, but everybody is welcome. And it's going to be starting May 1st on Wednesdays. There'll be a 10 o'clock session in room 100, and then there'll be another one at 7:30 p.m. Also in room 100 most of the time. Sometimes we have to shuffle around, but most of the time it's 100. And it's an hour long. If you have a recovery Bible, great, bring it. If you don't, you can get it online. It's green, you'll see it. And then we also have a couple of copies to borrow here.
Yes, and this is all an outreach of the Co-Cathedral to families who are in recovery or who are dealing with addiction. And so please keep an eye on our social media as well as our bulletin as we develop other ways in which the church can respond to our brothers and sisters who are dealing with the issue of addiction and or recovery.
Yeah, and just, don't remember this, that addiction does not determine your self-worth. It's just an opportunity to get to know God and to be healed. Okay, so if you're suffering from one yourself, don't let that deter you from being part of our community. You're welcome here, and we want to be able to minister to and with you, and take advantage of our programs because they are good.
And are being directed and led by people who are there.
And who are touched by it themselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's it.
That's plenty. You got to get back to confession.
I got to get back to your confession. I do enjoy hearing confessions.
I'll bet.
It's a very powerful moment.
It's my favorite sacrament.
So, yes. But when I hear your confession, I need a cup of coffee.
Or a shot.
God bless.
Have a good weekend.